Welcome back to the Butler Beat. I'm Matt Werner.
And I'm Bree Seaver. The Butler men's basketball team isn't the only program in the national spotlight this semester. A class of 22 communication and business students is getting national recognition too. Alyssa Schnitz has more on this story.
This looks like what may be the beginning of a commercial for a clothing line, made by professionals. But really, it was made by Butler students that competed in the National Student Advertising Competition last weekend.
The point of the class is to give students a real-world experience of working with a client through creating an advertising campaign. So our client this year was JCPenney. We were given a $100 million budget, and then at the very end of the class, you go in front of JCPenney executives and present in front of them and compete against other schools.
Which is exactly what they did last weekend in Detroit. But even though they knew they had a good campaign, there were still a lot of nerves before the regional competition started.
And the atmosphere there was, at first it was kind of nerve-wracking seeing all the schools come in, and everybody was kind of hesitant about their campaign, but also, really wanted to win.
And winning is exactly what Butler did, but not until after a lot of time and dedication was put into the campaign.
It was great. A lot of long hours, late night, and early morning paid off, and it was sweet and it was good because all the people, you could tell how everybody in the team just had so much stock invested in this campaign.
Much like the basketball team, this is their second straight year going to nationals, and they, too, had to compete against much bigger names than their own.
Our district is compiled of a lot of bigger schools compared to Butler, like Michigan, Purdue, Indiana, Notre Dame, and so it's a little bit like Butler basketball, Butler just coming on top and getting first place.
So up next is Nationals in San Diego. The 5 presenters get to go for free, but the rest are on their own.
I think about 17 people want to go, so they're all trying to figure out, they're joking around saying we're going to do a car wash and stuff, so we'll see.
So you're looking for donations, accepting donations?
Yes, very much. Donations accepted anyway.
For the Butler Beat, I'm Alyssa Schnitz.
The Butler University Chamber Choir is showing a semester's worth of practice. The choir took over the chapel in the Christian Theological Seminary on Tuesday night to perform a wide array of musical pieces. They sang a variety of songs, including Gloria, Sanctus, a Beatles song, and Kyrie. For listings of more musical performances, you can visit the Butler website /JCFA.
Many Butler students are familiar with campus administrators but aren't aware they receive a lot of help staying organized. Administrative beat reporter Mike Ellis takes you on an inside look at someone on this campus you should know.
Student Affairs, how can I help you?
Meet Monica Bayless. Monica is an administrative assistant who has worked with Student Affairs since last August.
Usually get in about 8:30 in the morning and check my email, check anything that I've gotten from Dean Click or Dean Stevens. Usually I have some appointments to set up for them, and then just throughout the day I assist them any way I can. I file things.
Monica's bosses describe her as hardworking, dedicated, and organized. She is also a 2009 Butler grad, which Dean of Student Life Irene Stevens says makes her ideal for the position.
She knows our students, she knows the organizations, and being a recent alum, she also has the knowledge of what our students like to do and a little bit about who they are in the student culture.
Without Monica, Dean of Student Services Sally Click says her job would be much more hectic.
She just keeps me on track and does so much to support the work that I do, that others in the office do. She's so great when people are coming in the office and just, she's clear, she knows campus well, that, by having her in this role, it just makes everybody's life a whole lot easier.
Monica does have at least one quirk. It seems that nearly everything she owns has at least one thing in common.
I don't know, I probably have about 25 different Tinkerbell things between my license plate and my steering wheel cover and floor mats, and then I already said the clothes, and then jewelry. I have a watch, so yeah, probably about 25 things when it's all added up.
Monica graduated with a degree in elementary education and says someday she would like to pursue a career in teaching. But for now, she says, she's just happy to be working at her alma mater. For the Butler Beat, I'm Mike Ellis.
The basketball team definitely has a higher profile on campus, but how much do we really know about these men when they are not playing basketball?
The Butler men's basketball team has brought recognition and fame to Indianapolis and has put Butler University on the map. We know all of their names. We know all of their faces. But what do we really know about these overachieving Bulldogs? Who are the men behind the success? Well, let's find out.
Energetic.
Shy would be one of them.
Introvert.
I think I'm fairly quiet. I'm a fairly quiet guy.
Caring.
Funny.
Probably nerd.
I think I'm funny too.
Something people would be surprised to know about me, I think, more than anything, is my love for country music. Rascal Flatts, Brad Paisley, Darius Rucker, Kenny Chesney, all those people, I love them all.
I think a lot of people will say I can draw really well, so I guess that would be surprising.
I would say one of my, hidden secrets or hidden talents is cooking.
One would think facing thousands of people in the stands at the national championship game would be enough to frighten anyone. But believe it or not, other fears exist.
I think my biggest fear is letting other people down. I hate letting other people down, and I think more than anything, whatever I try to do, I want to make people happy and lift people up as much as possible.
I don't ride roller coasters because I hate heights.
On a funny note, I'm afraid of elevators, crowded elevators. That came about recently during last year's Elite Eight in Salt Lake City. Our 15 guys got stuck on an elevator before the game.
I hate heights. I mean, even being like in a hotel room when we're like 10 stories in the air, like I can barely stand to look out the window.
Basketball aside, these guys have dreams beyond the game.
10 years from now, I am working to be a head college basketball coach. I know that it could be a little longer than a 10-year process, so I don't think I'll necessarily be there, but I think that I'll be really close to being there.
Definitely want to own my own business. It's something I'm pretty passionate about.
If basketball doesn't work out for me in the future, I just see myself somewhere in a large business.
Part of me wants to go into coaching. I also kind of want to go into sports marketing.
Conference champions, NCAA regional champions, two-time national runners-up. These are just a few ways to describe the Butler men's basketball team. But in addition to all the accolades and fame, these athletes are just ordinary guys doing ordinary things. For the Butler Beat, I'm Bree Seaver. The Butler Sports Marketing Department is matching the men's basketball team in success, winning 3 national honors. Sports marketing collected 3 awards from the Association of Collegiate Marketing Administrators. That matches the total number the school has won over the last 3 years. The awards are for Butler's best average attendance in over 40 years. This past season was a 25% attendance increase over last year. A direct mailing called Experience Hinkle Fieldhouse, which was sent to Indiana Business, picked up an award. And the biggest little fan contest on Facebook, where fans submitted pictures of youngsters showing Butler pride, was also honored. Lindsay Martin is in charge of sports marketing. She says the number of outdoor ads promoting Butler basketball has increased and more attention has been paid to social media.
We think the university has done well with, as a whole, getting on board with the whole social media. Obviously, you have accounts like Blue2, @ButlerU on Twitter. We're really trying to find ways to connect with our fans as opposed to just talk at them.
That's it for this week's edition of the Butler Beat. I'm Matt Werner.
And I'm Bree Seaver. Thanks for joining us.